Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by for another episode. In today's video, we'll be doing a deep dive analysis on Opendoor Technologies, Openstock. What is going on today? Why is Opendoor having a nice run up, especially with the last couple of days of it being in the red? Now, we'll go through all of those details and you don't want to miss it, where I will be playing an epic video clip of Eric Jackson, day 37 at Drake's. Now, if you're new to this channel and you're part of the Open Door Army, I would really appreciate you smashing a like, subscribing for more related content. Let's get started, guys.
So I think now we're starting to see kind of the pump and now the dump that the stock is starting to see the decline out there. And I wouldn't be shocked if you have short sellers, kind of like the Citron Research, the Muddy Waters, who are more, I would say, reputable, come and take out this stock. I wouldn't be shocked if you see the stock under $5 by end of the year.
So there you heard it, especially with all that, sentiment going on in the last couple of days. You have a lot of crybabies coming out just saying that, oh yeah, it's a meme stock. It's going to go down to the levels before it ran up. You know what? In fact, Jane Street today, big time institution, disclosed they have a 6% stake in Opendoor, buying like about 44 million shares of Opendoor. That just shows the conviction. And this is what really drove the market sentiment, the confidence. When you look at total volume shares, options traded, Opendoor is like in the top 10 right now, close to like the Mag 7 companies out there, like Nvidia, Tesla. So that tells you something. Let's actually look at the actual amount Jane Street actually purchased. So you see Jane Street LLC. Look at this 44 million shares that they bought. That just shows the amount of shares that they had acquired from Opendoor. What does this mean? Institutions are loading the boat right now. And we got Opendoor Kim saying raw dog grinding in coach, way to fight for open, Eric. And Eric saying doing it for the army. I mean, he's out there, he's marketing Opendoor, true advocate, really started the Opendoor army where we're going, global now. It's getting bigger, louder, and just stronger with communities all around the world, backing up Opendoor. And just recently, with all of the leadership change, new CEO, CEO from Shopify, that tells you something. They're steering, the company in the right direction, getting out all that old leaders, putting in the right leaders in place, even with returning angel investors like Rabois and Eric Wu coming on board. In fact, there's an article that was released today, CNBC. Let's take a look. Opendoor shares rally as Open Army fights back against short sellers. We got an infamous Eric Jackson photo there, but that just shows Open Army. We're here to stay. We will fight back like Spartans and we won't give up. Price is just going to continue to march, road to $82. And at one point, we will get to Carvana like prices, $300, $400. We've seen Carvana go from like single digits below $5 all the way up to $400. So definitely similar story. But this company is an AI-based company that's focusing on solving one of the biggest problems for real estate. Stevio, give him a follow. 8-bit Stevio. I call him the Open Army General. He has this visual open in 6 months, open at $9. No one's coming to it, but you see open at $82. Everyone's going to be buying. Similar to, Bitcoin, the mother coin, Ethereum, people like it. When prices go up, that's when, they FOMO in. But right now, it's a blessing. Open at these prices over time, 6 months, things can appreciate at high levels. And at that point, those who believe in Opendoor will definitely gain on the upside. Stevio also posts, news from Opendoor. So Robinhood updates Opendoor technology jumps 12% on strong new home sales and bullish option flows, signaling renewed investor optimism. So, the fact that they're able to increase, their residential shares, a 20% increase and 15% year over year in a new single family home sales with medium sales price of like 413,000. That potentially improves Opendoor's margins and portfolio value. And when you look at the number of options traded, I mean, it surged with 719,000 contracts traded, led by calls over puts, reflecting strong bullish sentiment. This elevated activity supports the stock's 12% 6% gain near $7.97, indicating investor optimism about near-term prospects. And last week, Opendoor announced a nationwide rollout of its home selling platform, expanding from about 50 markets to the entire U.S. continent. This move aims to deepen market presence and improve pricing tools, supporting longer term growth despite Wall Street's cautious stance. So, definitely bullish. Things just change overnight. Donald Dean posts his technical analysis assessment. After hours update, Jane Street Group acquired significant position, 44 million shares, 25% move. Next target, $10 at the volume shelf, a potential launch area. So that just tells you something. Potential launch area. Where is that going to go? I'll cover that with my technical analysis as well. Chris posts today, shorts get squeezed tomorrow. So put it in the comments what you think. Are we going to have a major short squeeze where we're going to see Opendoor get back into that double digit range? How high do you think Opendoor will end the week as well as through the rest of 2025? Let's go through technical analysis. So, just what we're seeing, we saw, the one fib, hitting, 1096, and there was some resistance there. And what had happened since then, over, the last week, including Wednesday, we saw a pullback where it reached below the 0.618. Never doubt the Fibonacci. I mean, it did, break below the Fibonacci. And, after today, we bounced back, showing signs of strength, hovering above the golden ratio, above $7.46. That's looking very bullish. In fact, after hours, we popped above 0.78 fib. That's a good sign, and that's going to show market sentiment. Definitely, the volume increasing, Jane Street buying in. I definitely do see now that we had some, retracement down to the 0.618. That's just going to allow for Opendoor on the technicals to reset with its relative strength index, testing the 0.618. Now the bulls are going to be in favor to start climbing up to the upside. We had some, consolidation, and now I'm expecting we're going to start marching up to, the fib levels of, 1.618. $16 is where I'm thinking we're going to be headed next in October timeframe, which is very well achievable. And who knows, we can get even beyond that in the near term course. But as we look at road to $82, end of year, where is Opendoor going to be? I think things can just super run up, especially with small cap stocks right now. Opendoor has potential to just go vertical after this heavy pullback. People started, really just selling off, not believing in the company. But when things like that happen after a retracement, that's when things can just go vertical. So volatility is vitality. We're going up to $82. I'm forecasting long term 2026 onward. We're going to become a triple digit stock.
It is day 37. Yesterday, I got the days wrong. It was day 36. I said it was day 35. I'm losing track of the days. I think I was overly heated yesterday from all the online hate. And guess what? Today, last I checked, Open is up 12%. I guess the sky isn't falling. I guess the world didn't rotate out of Open and into better, as some people were saying yesterday. I guess people missed that Axis Industries announced that they were selling shares over the last couple of days, and it wasn't because Eric Jackson, as a hedge fund manager, decided to put his investment in other companies like Iron and Cipher and Better. Oh, did anyone check the stock prices of those this morning? I'm just going to ignore the haters from here on out because my wife says I was getting too heated and just got to let it go, like Frozen. Anyway, we're back here at Drake's. I'm going to Frankfurt, Germany today. I'm speaking at a conference tomorrow for DeFi Technologies, where I'm an advisor. So I'm really excited to see Andrew Forson, who's the president there, and Ollie Rossi Newton, who's the founder CEO of DeFi, as well as BTQ, which is also doing well and is uplisting to NASDAQ on Friday. I was asked to park my car further away this morning. I have a feeling it's because the big guy, Drake, is coming back here today because he had his last show in, I think it was Hamburg, Germany last night. So I guess people are getting ready back here. So this is going to be brief because I got to do some errands before heading off to the airport today. But just a reminder, wanted to show the whiteboard. Day 37, when we started all this, open, 321, first day I was up here in front of Drake's. Better, which was whenever, yesterday or the day before, 34 bucks on Friday. And as of this morning, $8 for open, 64 bucks. Last time I checked for better. We're ride or die. We want Future and Drake to take a look seriously at both companies and others. Let's get an investment program going here, guys. Let's ease off the sports betting. Let's allocate 20% of the budget destined for sports betting for the rest of the year and into 2026 towards stock investments and getting into solid names that have 100x potential, like Opendoor and like Better Home and Finance. That's it. Hopefully when I get back from Germany, end of the week, we'll be able to tee up a time to chat more with Future.
So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this update from today on Opendoor Technologies. Let me know what your comments are, how high you think Opendoor is going to be going through the rest of the week. Put in the comments what you think of this video, where you're watching from, and what you're enjoying about this channel. So please make sure to hit the smash and subscribe for more related content. Thanks, guys.